Hello people and welcome to follow yet another World Team Carcassonne Online Championships match, this time between Ukraine and Thailand. We are going to be streaming the final game, the final match of Group C for this week 2 of the group stage. Now, we already know that Romania is at 2 wins after the match win of today. Mexico at 0, Lithuania at 0, and Portugal at 1. And then one or the other, either Ukraine or Thailand, will be joining Romania for the win streak club, having won 2 out of their 2 matches and having a strong leg to stand on, considering the 3 upcoming strong weeks of play. Now, the lineups you can see just above me. We have on table 1 Maxim Basilik versus Lztecih Chalangul. That's Basilik and Pakshay by PGA names respectively, of course. Then on table 2 TanyaU versus idinidad. Table 3 Kirilo Manahov versus Lztecih. Pavel Brin, who I believe is Pavel Brin, but I'm not 100% sure. And he'll be facing a gun 007, that's Janakan Klaikov. And then on table 5, Yaroslav Herasumenko versus Natpeera-ch. Now, many of these Ukrainian players have already taken part in multiple strong tournaments over the years. Tatiana having taken part in the World Championships in 2023. Then we have a lawyer who finished third in the 2024 MSO Grand Prix. And then we, of course, have Basilik, Adrear, and Pavel Brin, who all, I believe, are fighting in the Super League of the Ukrainian Carcassonne Online Championships, and with a decent results at that. I believe Basilik was actually the one who won this year's WTCOC, if I do not recall wrong. But nonetheless, a entirely stacked roster of players for Ukraine, full of experts and masters alike. And even though this Group C is very tight all over, I am expecting Thailand to come out strong, even though, as we can see, Thailand also has 0 under expert level players playing today, but they are still, I would say, at least the slight underdogs, despite their stacked lineups for today. But that said, we should, of course, also expect some very tight fighting coming from the Thai side. And if you do want to see a specific tool or a game, then do let me know in the chat and we will accommodate your needs as best as possible. The games should be starting in about a minute or 2, and it also turns out that I have indeed remembered the name of Pavel Brin correctly. Thank God for that. So no major blunders were made. And we shall indeed kick off the final match of the Group C shortly. A reminder that these duels are to be played of best of 3 and by using BGA tournaments. So the starting player is going to be decided at random on every game. So there might be situations where one player starts all 3 games in case we have, and most likely will have, tables that will be going to a decider. Now we will be starting off with shall we say, TanyaU versus idinidad. I reckon that'll be nice watch. And I will also make a quick check around before we get to the important parts of the match. Yep, seems to be all good. Okay, now 4 early points for Tatiana for the city, and idinidad in the mix of fighting with a road and a city attack, as well as another city of his own, and likely a third city incoming, and it is a block, or let's say a blocking move coming from Tatiana, and seems to be successful. Well, it was partially successful. So, well, she did manage to limit the city to a dagger as she assumably wanted to, but it didn't. Idinidad has other plans and decides that today is not the day to get blocked. Gets the dagger straight away and also peoples the field. Already on this move, Tatiana could have actually, for example, went over here and dropped a farmer, given that there was this 3-point city already on the field, a second one coming, and maybe even a third one. So putting pressure and taking away these tempo moves of being able to place a farmer at the same time as you finish the city is would have been rather nice to be able to do. Or could have also like even dropped a farmer with this tile. Also would have been just totally fine. But given that there is already a possibility to attack the field from this side also, that is worth the exact 6 points as the left side, then attacking or being the first one on the field is not that important. And we see a second road meeple from idinidad, which is, I want to say, rather surprising, because both of these spots can be restricted down to a crossroad at any given moment with either a strode or with a curve. And I would be lying if I said that I am expecting this road to be a whole long road in favor of blue, as I am not. I expect one or the other spots to be restricted to a crossroad. Welcome, Pimika. Nice to see you here, rooting for your team, assumably. A 6-point monastery instead of a 7-point one. it's a very justified decision, yeah, given that there was only one dagger remaining. So if you go here with a monastery, then a city tile comes over here, and then suddenly you only have one tile to finish your monastery, and you might be without meeples for quite a long time. But if that monastery comes with a road, then I don't think we should have any issues meepling it over here. We could also just take 3 points if we want to be on the safe side and don't want to invest our final meeple. But given that we do have 2 open 1-point cities, it should not be a problem to get those meeples back. So I am expecting, honestly, to go over here and meepling a 7-point monastery. Instead, we do none of that things, which surprises me, and I can't really defend this move. Yeah, okay, it takes 2 points, and we take 2 points instead of 3 points because we want to not give a field attacking possibility to Tatiana, which I guess is fine, but I think it is way too conservative and safe. Like between these moves of taking 2 points, 3 points, and going with the 7-point monastery, this one is definitely the least of my favorites. I also assume to be getting a meeple back from either here or here. Actually, maybe even rather from here, now that I think about it, but we can do that now. And this is actually comes also with a very nice tile. So we go over here, we take this meeple back, we do not meeple the field again, absolutely do not meeple the field again. And then we can go here with a city tile and block this monastery. That's going to be a really nice sequence there for blue. Well, this is not a blocking tile, but we can take 2 points. Maybe we could even go here, although that's somewhat risky, I guess. Yeah, I think just 2 points is better in this scenario. And Tatiana will be simply taking away her meeple from the city. And a straight road for us. This field is looking really great though. But we don't really want to be placing a straight road over here. We would really want to wait for a regular curve and then another one to make this road whole, as surprisingly it can still be made as such. So there isn't actually that great of a spot for this straight road. I don't particularly like this move by idinidad. So yeah, it does leave 2 field crossroads still on this spot, and it, kinda makes sure that we have a chance to get this meeple back, and it is the first one on the field, so I guess there's that, but we still had like decent prospects for the unification of all roads, and it is a long road, It is a long road. It is definitely a long road. I guess what Blue was afraid here was that Tanya goes and meeples the field, and in that scenario, it could be rather annoying to try and attack it. But instead of the field, Tanya is getting some city tiles and all shielded at once, so looking very pretty here. Well, here comes the block, to Tanya's monastery, which is decent. Now we have a decision to do as blue. We can go over here, which I actually rather like. So the idea behind this is that we, of course, add a point to the monastery, but also we are preventing the same sort of block on our monastery as we did to Tanya's. And we are leaving a 6-point city up for grabs, but it is on our field, and there was already a 4-point city like also on our field up for grabs. So this extra 2-pointer is not such a big deal, even if Tatiana were to get it, which she doesn't. We get the 6 points, and we are doing great here. Tatiana with one of the 2 remaining field crossroads. This is the only spot to take weak points from, and I assume it will be used. I don't see many other spots for this tile. Well, maybe we can go over here, try to block this monastery, also to a field crossroad. Wouldn't be the worst idea. And by taking 2 points over here, we are actually endangering this square to a future block, which will harm our monastery. And not in a good way. Or maybe Tatiana is deciding that maybe she wants to attack the field. Maybe going over here, dropping a farmer. Not the worst idea. It has 2 routes to connect to the 12-point field. And it is indeed what we do. Idinidad, on the other hand, does get the final field crossroad, which is gonna go down to the spot that is laid down for it. But you gotta take it into consideration that now this square is really vulnerable, which is exactly why idinidad that goes for the save immediately. Now Tatiana did have a chance to block that square immediately, but the recovery of this meeple is not that bad for Tatiana, because by recovering the meeple, this field meeple will also automatically be united with this 12-point field, which is exactly what Tatiana wants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 2 straight rows remaining. It's not that much. Also, how many curves are there? It seems to be like 4 or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 4 curves remaining still. No road monasteries. Points for the Ukrainian, and also creates another attacking platform to the field, which is rather annoying to deal with as blue. Now, could be dealt with by going over here. Also, this one, I reckon it would actually be quite a strong choice. So trying to really force Tatiana to place a straight road over here in case she wants, and most likely will, want to connect to the now 15-point field. I guess 3 points over here. Yeah, looks good. Also threatens to now block the monastery of Tatiana, Tatiana, which I don't think is gonna get saved. I think Tatiana is just simply gonna go over here. Because, I mean, look at these shields. There is nothing but shielded tiles. No, it would have been so pretty, man. Even though it probably was not going to be or it probably wasn't going to be the best choice. But I mean, just imagine yet another shielded tile to go over here. Like shield, 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 shield. I mean, so many points in the city. But yeah, so Tatiana does just plays rationally and doesn't take the risk with the monastery, which most likely is the correct decision. There comes the attack on the city by blue, and there are still connection tiles to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still 3 triple cities, which is plenty enough if we are going to be able to make the save. And oh, this is actually a wonderful save. This is a wonderful save. So actually, it was also the only save that was available. But oh well, wait, never mind, because all 3 triple cities with the road are gone. So this can be actually blocked. But Tatiana has the final remaining straight road in hand. So this square will now not be filled, which means that Tatiana will have to find a tile over here if she fancies this if she fancies this 15-point field. And also there is a backdoor opportunity for idinidad to go over here with a triple city and another triple city, and then like connect to this 10-point ruin anyway. So will this straight road block be worthwhile? Maybe. Maybe it will. But just saying, there is still an opportunity for blue to connect to the bigger part of the ruin. This one is decent. There are still, I believe, 2 road Doritos in the deck. And wait, how many field Doritos? 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 1 field Dorito, but there are the cows. And the cows are really what matter. So 4 tiles on this square for blue, and as of right now, only really 2 tiles that he would like to use over here, which are the road Doritos. Let's see the point situation. So +6 -2 equal -10. -11, these are equal. -12, and then like +9. I would say like +9, something like that, for blue at the moment. Tatiana does get the triple city before blue and is able to protect the ruin. And also, I mean, at this stage, it shouldn't really come as a surprise, but it is yet another shielded tile. Shield, 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 shield. Just a proper shield magnet Tatiana is at the moment. And now looking to grab or not grab this 5-point road. Also seemingly was not interested in saving this square, which still had at least 2 tiles to fit there. 1, 2, 3, 4. It still has a field Dorito. And is there a vanilla also? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No vanillas. So a field Dorito is the only tile that goes into this square, and therefore I would assume that Tatiana will be going over here and saving that connection. Because again, a reminder, no more regular straight roads exist. So this square is the only possible connection to the 15-point field, which seemingly goes unnoticed by yellow. And it might be a crucial mistake, because 15 points is a lot of points. These one-pointers don't really add up all that much, given that I believe blue is ahead, maybe like 6 or 7 points or something, and that amount of points for one extra meeple for yellow might not be enough. Well, there is a 6-point field, so it does cover the losses somewhat, and these extra points also. But if blue simply lands his final meeple onto this 6-point field, I think he's gonna be doing rather great. Oh, there's also a 6-point road over here to be taken, but given that Tanya did not take it on his earlier turn, then is there really an option that she would take it now? I am somewhat doubtful of that. But she is now making the calculations in her head and deems that the 1 point will matter. Idinidad, I believe. I mean, these 2 points. Oh! Um, I don't think that this move will help the winning chances of blue all that much. Passing out on these 2 points for the sake of what I assume is just not creating like any remote attacking chances to the field, but I don't see many connection tiles. There are no vanillas, no monasteries, and Tanya is simply now gonna take the 6-point field and also create an opportunity for her to then later go here with a farmer and maybe even connect to the 15-point one. Also, there is the field Dorito. I kind of feel like that there have been a lot of inaccuracies in the end game for both players here. Like this one, instead of taking 2 points, this one instead of saving the connection over here, then also like this one, like if you don't take the 2 points, then just take the field though. And then now, what are you even going to do with your final meeple? Just 3 points, which you might have taken the city for. And by not taking the city, blue is also losing like 1 point again here. And these small mistakes are actually, I want to say, are going to make the difference, and they are going to help Tanya actually pull this off, even though she did not manage to unify the fields. Wait, is it enough? Or is it not? It's equal. Oh, it's still. How is that not enough? I am shocked actually. Because like Tanya really went like full scoring mode, and by the looks of it got almost what seems to be to me as pretty much the max value for his for her two final meeples for 10 points and preventing blue from taking these points. That I am genuinely shocked that yellow still fell short. But like I said, there were chances for better scoring. Not giving enough value for this potential unification of the fields uh, seems to have been a decisive error, I want to say, in Tatjana's game plan here. So it is Thailand who is first on the scoreboard on table 1, and let's take a look at the other games that have concluded. So Basilic is leading 1-0 on table 1. So is Kirilo Manachov on table 3, and also Yaroslav Herasimenko leading 1-0 on table 5. So looks to be so far so good for Ukraine. Let's take a look at table 5 indeed and see where we are going. So a rather big lead actually, big early lead for Natpeera. Then we have a field going on for lawyer for currently 6 points, 9 points, sorry, and then some finishable cities. So looking to be a great field. Natpeera has dropped a farmer of his own, which seems to be actually rather far-fetched maybe. Does require still 2 tiles to connect. Usually you want to drop farmers that only require 1 tile to connect, but it seems that the Thai player is seeing some long-term plans here. I don't know why I just drew a square root. Lawyer could potentially maybe even go over here, take 3 points and limit his own city to the 2 remaining triple cities with a road, but decides not to go that route. And oh no. Oh wait. Okay, so this has a clear idea. So restricts the monastery to the one remaining road monastery, going for a 50-50 road to get this meeple stuck. But the integrity of this road is seemingly sacrificed in the process, as there was also a nice looking move to go over here, and then your road would be kind of out of danger and easily completed. Also, why we are sacrificing 3 points, I have not the furthest of clues. I cannot understand this move, especially without a meeple. The city was still 2 tiles away from getting completed, and we had a perfect opportunity to go over here, take points, maybe create another attacking opportunity to the field. A lot of great things could be done with this tile, but this is not really one of those great things. Not really one of those. A new city being started by red, and now we have another opportunity to go over here to try and save our road. Surely. Wait, actually, no. This isn't that bad. This isn't that bad because there is now only one triple city with a road remaining, so this only is now a 50-50 shot of lawyer finishing the city, and this took away 2 of the cows that were still remaining in the deck. Now this is troublesome due to expanding the field even further. Even though we actually don't have a single meeple on the field, we still have to connect this one and then attack with another one from somewhere, some way, which could prove to be quite difficult indeed. Now, are there road Doritos? There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. There's 1 road Dorito remaining to fit into this square. Which means that we do have a great move in our tool set. So we can go here with a city cap, indirectly finish the city, and then drop a farmer to a 6-pointer, and then we can maybe get a couple of road tiles and connect to the main field, which is now at the moment 12 points. Not that big, but it has a lot of room to grow. We will be able to go over here and protect the city. But 1, 2, 3, 4. We still have 1 tile to go here as a road triangle. But why are we doing this now and not on the previous 2 curves that we have received, with this one or with this one? It's kind of difficult to understand for me, but okay. The priorities are clearly different with me and Natpeera. So we can go here and save this square to a triple city and try to get a coin flip from that. Well, this is certainly not helping the winning chances of red. And we do win the coin flip. Well, so a coin flip for a coin flip seems to be fine. And now we go maybe over here, drop a farmer, maybe. We are 16 points ahead. I mean, we are doing well, at least on the scoreboard. We are having a winning mini battle with this 6-point monastery versus a 3-point city. So that's plus 19, plus 11, plus 18, plus 22, 18, 21, 1, 2, 3, 4. So plus 9, and we have 2 meeples more. We are doing like actually like fabulously here. Hello there, Maxim. Seemingly you have been able to finish your duel, and given that it was this fast, I can have a little guess of how it turned out to be. So far I am aware of the 1-0, but I am expecting to see a 2 there, right? Next to your name. Uh, this is not good. This is pretty bad, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We have only 2 connection tiles, right? And this is blockable. This is like entirely blockable connection. We should definitely not try to connect from here, but from here or from here, because it is more difficult to block this connection. This one is just basically potentially wasting a meeple, and I'm being like entirely serious. It is potentially wasting a meeple in a situation where we are like totally winning, and we also got the dividers, so I don't know why you would risk this, even if it would be paying off. I mean, because the idea here, of course, is to simply connect, but we can do that more safely, like one tile up. We do get 6 points for the monastery. Lawyer gets 7 for this, and well, our gamble does pay off, and we do get the connection to the city, which is now entirely unattackable. So this city will stay in our control, and thus should be more than enough for us to win the game, I believe. Unless there are like a billion city caps still left. Because this is actually a 10-point move with another city cap for lawyer. And as Natpeera, we should I think we can just do this, right? Straight up 5 points. 3 for the road, 1 on the city, and 1 for the monastery. It is a very natural looking move, and the Thai player also finds that move. Not that it was like really all that difficult to find. We can also go over here. Arguably, this does lose us 3 points, but also gains us 4, so it's still +1. Or we can do this, which is just +2. Did we have a move still? Huh. Not actually, yeah, I don't know why we used a meeple there. Because either with this tile or with this tile, like we can either take the same points like afterwards with the straight road, or we can take 4 points with this. I have no idea why we meepled this so early on, but don't when you don't have to really care about the inaccuracies when you are ahead by so much, then doesn't matter. Does not matter. Yeah, a comfy 23-point win for Natpeera, and going on a decider on table 5. And then let's also do a little refreshing and see where we are headed. Assumably on table 1 we have a 2-0 victory for Maxim Basilic over over Lztecih. And as it stands, that does seem to be the case. We also have a decider going on table 3. And that is all the updates for now. But it is plenty. So 1 match point for Ukraine, and then we have 2 deciders going on. So let's indeed go and take a look at that decider between Kirilo Manahov and Lztecih 9 minutes ago, and already halfway through the game. So Kirilo with a lead does have 2 meeples stuck, or 2 monasteries stuck, but he's threatening to finish a rather nice looking city at the top, which gets now attention from the Thai player. We have a monastery waiting to be completed from Lztecih, and we also still have tiles on here, which the Thai player is certainly trying to do, or trying to get. Still 2 daggers to fit into this square, and we should be seeing this move incoming, and just in time, as adrear also finds a Dorito, but one turn too late from being able to get away with a nice chunk of points. Not to worry though, as we can easily go, I'd say over here is a decent spot, or just continuing your city, whichever. But going over here, I'd say is more annoying, because then red will be needing like extremely specific tiles here to try and save the city. Either an extender, which there are still 2 remaining, or 1, 2, 3, or one of the 5 remaining triple cities, and also would be needing a triple city over here anyway. Goes for this, which looks fine on the surface. Also a correction, there is only 1 dagger remaining to this square. We can see 1 over here and 1 over here. But this is a nice tile for the Thai players, so we can finish our city and we can take a 3-point road. Maybe make it into a loop. Looks very nice indeed. Was also potentially contemplating on going over here and taking just a 5-point road. Would not have been the worst move, but I reckon getting this feature done and dusted with is good enough. Doesn't meeple the road, which I have to say is a mistake here, because I don't think Kirilo is all that afraid of simply grabbing a 4-point road and making it into a 6-point loop. Also would be giving away potentially 1 extra point for a field crossroad as opposed to over here. And now we do get a curve, which we can use over here to take a road. Yeah, I believe this is the better way to take it. And also comes just in time, as adrear was lurking behind the corner with a field crossroad. And we do get the extra 4 points that were actually graciously donated by adrear to us, because he did not meeple this city. with only one meeple in hand. We also get away with a nice 6-point loop. So as a result of the recent events, I would say that our situation is not even looking that bad at all. A divider for red. What do we do with this? Unfortunately, we can't go here because this is very much live, this square. Do we just simply start a new city somewhere? I think going over here, it's like it's an option, but it's quite non-flexible, perhaps, because it is immediately vulnerable to this kind of attacks and blocks, and adrear unsurprisingly finds the obvious move here. Though at least this prevented Kirillo from taking 5 points from this road, so I guess that's something. How many tiles do we exactly have on this square? All city crossroads are gone. We actually don't have any starting tiles either, and also only one dagger. So only one city cap to fit into this square. And how many road Doritos? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. One road Dorito. Oh, that's pretty gnarly. Yeah, that's really, really bad. And I mean, that is pretty much the thing why I said that we should be kind of careful going over here, because it can get easily messed with. adrear finds a triple city with the road. Likely gonna be taking these 5 points, I wanna say. And it is almost an instant move. We do find the one remaining road Dorito. And we have still 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 4 triple cities. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 triple cities. That is actually a lot. So almost a quarter of the remaining tiles are triple cities, and we hit the jackpot immediately. Wow, sir. Well, that was a eventful sequence right there. That was truly something. Well, it will keep us in the game. So 3-on-3 meeples. We still, I believe, have one tile to fit into the square to get potentially this monastery meeple back. So this is equal. We are leading by 3 points. By 5 points, 7 points, equal. Yeah, I believe we are now, after this move, at -6 for an extra meeple, which we could easily get by going, I'd say, over here. Meeple in the field. It's also 6 points. Because this board is like really dry at the moment, so actually, why don't we go over here? I think that's maybe slightly better. It does take away the green square, but it also protects this square, which doesn't actually matter. No, because this square is dead due to the final curve being the final dagger being drawn by Kirillo a few moves ago. This one can't really understand. So like we attack the 6-point field, right? And we attack it by taking a 3-point field with an empty city cap. But we could just simply take a 6-point field. like right here, and meeple the field. But there's something that red is not telling us. Does get an 8-point monastery though, so that'll be nice. It's actually going to be seemingly quite crucial, as on this board it is rather difficult to score 8 points for a meeple. Now, Kirillo will assumably be taking and getting this 6-point field over here. Maybe with a city cap. But are there actually city caps remaining? There are daggers. But this is no issue. I mean, Kirillo will just go over here, take the field, and add an empty city cap onto the field. Should be no worries. And now, do we have to take a risk of going over here? Do we even meeple this? Do we even meeple that? How many city caps are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So like 2 city caps with a quick maths. Welcome FZ. Love your Carcassonne channel and Alexis, because in addition to learning about the game, I can learn English. That is a fabulous view to take on streams. Thank you for the kind words. I do sincerely indeed hope that both me and Alexei's channels are going to be teaching you a lot about English language, and specifically about Carcassonne vocabulary in general. So, 2 city caps remaining, and what are there? They are not starting tiles, not city crossroads, vanilla. And the vanilla will be scoring for 4 points over here. Of course. And then there is another city cap, but it is unfortunately a dagger, which will not be very useful for for red. Because there are no more city caps available in the deck anymore. I reckon we just go over here, take a road. If there is a straight road remaining, we should. Because then we can also make a double purpose move, we connect to the field, and we prolong our road. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is nothing but straight roads, like and like one at the tile. So if we go over here, we have 3 tiles to fit here. 3 tiles. We definitely gotta take that. Why would you not meeple the road though? Meeple the road. You have 3 tiles to go there, and you are gonna go there anyway. Come on, man. I'm pretty sure adrear is gonna do that himself, just to be able to prevent red from taking this road. Because adrear cannot actually prevent red from taking this road unless he does it himself right now. Like he should really go for this. Because either red is going to get a straight road on his very next move and take the road, or red will get whatever the leftover tile is and get a straight road on their final move. Like, Kirilo cannot prevent this road from being taken. He just simply cannot, which is why he should take it right now. Needs to realize that he cannot prevent this road from being taken by red. But it was just really crucial for red to take the road like immediately and just bank on this on the straight road. I'm not sure what the extra tile is, but even if it would be able to block this connection, it's still worth to do, because you just, oh no 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 no, because now you see what's going to happen. A 5-point road is going to get taken by red. Like, why do we do this? We can, if we know the remaining tiles, we know that this is going to happen. And now we have just simply lost a point to our opponent. This is just simply a mistake. Like, you can see, a straight road, a straight road, a straight road. There was like nothing but straight roads remaining in the deck. Although arguably, actually, did we actually lose anything? Because, hold up a second. Because if we take this now, we get 5 points, right, for the road. But then red gets the straight road, goes over here, gets the 4-point road, and then we might be able to get this on our final turn, go over here and prevent that point from the final straight road. So there was indeed still room for improvement there for Kirilo. Not actually by that much. This isn't actually as big of a mistake as I thought it was, but just a minor inaccuracy. But Kirilo manages to still win by a range of 5 points, which gets Ukraine the second match point, and maybe is gonna get them more as soon as we get the scores updated again. So we have actually, would you look at that? So we have a decider going on table 2 between Tatiana Yusenko and Idinidad, and we have an 0-2 win for Thailand on table 4 with Pavlo Brin versus Chanakan Klaikov, and then we still have the decider going on table 5, I believe. So Thailand is making Ukraine certainly work for their points. Let us dive into the decider between Yaroslav and Onot. Or, oh, whoa, wee, wah. We have a win for Thailand on table 5. That is not exactly what I had in my head. We have 2-2 situation, and we have a decider game going on table 2 between Tatiana Yusenko and Idinidad. So this is going to be decisive game and decisive duel for the win of the match. fascinating. Okay, I would honestly say that if Thailand can pull this off, it's going to be at least a minor upset win against the odds, and certainly would be a earned win of that. Well, we have Tatiana attacking with two meeples to a city which only has one triple city with the road actually remaining any longer. Then we have Tatiana with the early field here, and also with a road. So as a matter of fact, almost every feature on this board belongs to Tatiana at the moment. And so despite the scoreboard lead of blue, I think I would be preferring to be yellow here. Despite only having a 50-50 shot, it is still just a massive opportunity. And I think this is a miss here for sure by Tatiana. There were still four cows to go here, and now this is going to be just a fine recovery for idinidad. Like, even if Tatiana manages to get the triple city with the road over here, then that 50-50 shot is going to be negated really by the attack of blue with the second meeple to this with this by the looks of it similarly sizable city, and this one has four tiles to it, which is like, wait, 75, 87.5, like onwards of like 92%, something like that, like upwards of 90% chance of getting one of the four cows into this square, and that is going to be huge for blue. And if we imagine a scenario where blue finishes the city as is the odds and gets the 50-50 coin flip for himself, then I think he's going to be sitting pretty comfortable here. Also, there are how many vanillas? One, two, still two vanillas to fit into this square. Okay. This is actually more fine than I thought. Usually, I'm not a fan of using monasteries, especially road monasteries, for field attacks. But given the severity of the attack, because there was only really this attacking square available, then I think this is fine. And also, with only two meeples in hand, it's not like blue had like that great of a spot to meeple the road monastery anyways. So I think this is great. Now we have equalized the field of 12 points and chances to be 15 points. If Thailand will pull this off, this will be the headline in all newspapers. Well, it should be. I think it should be. I calculated that there would be +1 if I had merged fields myself, but my option was also a win. So I was afraid that I didn't see somewhere that he could gain more points if he didn't have to merge. I'm gonna come back to that comment after this decider. I can't. My brains cannot comprehend the entire logic behind that, but I do know what you're talking about, Kirillos. So I do know the point in time. So, yeah, this is sure. This is decent. So we are taking away the field attacking possibility from Tatiana, also from ourselves though. But this is huge. So Tatiana gets the jackpot and hits the horse, gets away with this rather large city, and also is now 29 points ahead on the scoreboard to 21, 18, and this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, 18. So I would say that these players are basically equal. And well, that is kind of a big if, because blue still needs to actually hit their outs. And there are only one vanilla to fit into the square, actually. There is 1, there is 2, there is 3, and there is 4. Ah, no, there's 5. So there are no vanillas at all. Tatiana has been very busy bee collecting all those juicy vanillas. And we see actually a quite a fancy move by Tatiana. So starting a new city and preparing this exact thing. So preparing to attack the field with the second meeple, which is why I think as blue, I think we made a mistake here by finishing the city now. I think we would have had better chances had we first gone over here. We would have still had 3 cows to ourselves to then finish the city later. And we would also be able to then prevent this attack. Or maybe, hear me out, maybe we could even go, or could have even go with this one to over here and we drop a farmer ourselves. Also, I kinda like that option. Or I guess I should say that I would have liked that option. But it is also an option that we just block this meeple. Because there are no vanillas. We can definitely block this meeple. Yeah, it is now a legit option. As Tatiana does not get a connection tile or a saving tile. And we do get the block. Wow. That is not really a sequence that I was expecting to see, but it looks great as of right now. Now let's see if blue can really make the best of this endgame. Still being -11 on the scoreboard though. Can we block this meeple? No, there are no daggers. I'm sorry, there are daggers. There are 2 daggers to fit into the square. But maybe if you go here, because there's actually a starting tile as well. Are there tube dividers? 1, 2. There is also a tube divider. This is that is actually pretty bad then. That's pretty bad then. I guess, well, actually, a legit thing that we can try to do as blue is, well, really, as any player, is we can definitely try to still get into this field. It's 12 points, And there is still a road monastery remaining. And I am seeing that there would also be road Dorito. So we could also try to go for a connection like this. There is... Wait, never mind. There is no road Doritos. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That would be not a good plan. Or would it? No, actually, it would be actually decent, because there are still... So there are no road Doritos, but there are daggers. There are 2 daggers. So this would still potentially make complete and total sense. Instead, we go for a field attack. Sorry, not a field attack, but we just go for 3 points. Okay. Let's take a look at the point situation again. So, +8 for Tatiana, that's negated by this. Then 4 on 3, so +1 for blue, +6 for blue. This field is equal, +12 for blue, +3 for blue. So +3 for blue. Now, I think a crucial thing that blue should be doing is to attack this field at some point. And also pretty soon. We are running out of tiles. We should also be counting the exact remaining tiles in the deck. There is a starting tile, so that's 1. There are 2 daggers, which is also why Tatiana went over here. She just took away a lot of the daggers, or actually a lot of the city caps that would have been able to finish the city for blue here. Just in general, there are a lot of city caps left. There is also a tube divider, so that's already 4 city caps. Wow. So a starting tile, 2 daggers, a tube divider. Then what else is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I love this move by blue. Absolutely loving it. Setting up a 5-point road with still 2 daggers to go. Well, now only 1, but still a 5-point road and a potential connection to the 12-point field. Now 15-point field. It was a 75% chance. Now it's a 50-50 chance. But it is a huge impact move. It is a huge impact move, which will maybe win us the game. Maybe. 3 equal. I think we are like -8 at the moment. But we only need that one huge impact move. A straight road for Tatiana. Not much help there for her, but maybe there's an idea of going over here. Maybe there is a crossroad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait, there is a crossroad, is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, never mind. There is no crossroad. What do we do actually? Maybe we can just simply go over here and drop a farmer. Does not look like a bad move to me. We are expecting this city to get completed with a farmer, and we have 3 peoples in hand. And there is like really nowhere we can take more than 3 points. So we might as well go over here, right? And farmer. A road. I don't know about the road, but I do know that there is a huge impact move. I do know that. I do know that, and that is a massive impact move. That is 18 points, no 20 points for this move, and that puts blue clearly in the lead. Holy shit! Okay, the remaining tiles. I think a tube divider. I think. Which? Oh, never mind. This is why I'm blind. There is one, there is two, there is three. There is no tube divider. But what is there then? Um, Good question. What is there left? Oh, monasteries. Two monasteries. One, two. Two regular monasteries. Which actually means that there is no way into this field for Tanya. She cannot attack. She cannot attack. This field will belong to blue. The two monasteries will do nothing. They will do nothing for Tanya. Like, there is no attack from here, from here, from here, from anywhere. Yeah, we just do this, and blue should actually just take this 5-point spot over here to be precise. Actually, it doesn't matter. There's two 5-point spots. But, ladies and gentlemen, I think Thailand has just pulled off a small miracle. I think that is the case. Let's not celebrate too much too early. But I think we have just witnessed a miracle. A 20-point lead for blue. And I don't see enough features for Tatiana to catch up. 3-point fields all over. And they are not enough. An 8-point win for Idinidad, and Thailand does the unthinkable and challenges, like really challenges Ukraine's reign of power in this in this group by winning the match to 2-3. And I do stick by my word that this is indeed a small miracle. Something that I did not expect to see. I mean, I know that it is the death group, and I have said multiple times that every team in this group can beat anyone, but when it comes to actually trying to beat Ukraine, it is it's just going to be like just a bit of a higher notch of a of a a challenge than to beat any other team. um, but Wowzer, 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 Wowzer. Big congrats to Thailand for rising victorious from this fight. And currently, they are indeed going to be um, winning in the group, or are they? Romania has won against Lithuania 4-1 also. Yeah, 4-1 and now 3-2. So the same tiebreakers are really going to be for both Thailand and Romania, except for games won and games lost. I will not be counting them precisely because the tiebreakers will not matter that much after only 2 weeks, because there are still 3 weeks more of play, and these standings are going to be shifting towards one way or another, almost like for certain. And so we will be focusing more on the live tiebreakers after like week maybe 3, 4, or just on the final week. But what a match! Now let's come back to the comment from Kirillo. So I calculated that there would be +1 if I had merged fields myself, hinting towards taking the 5-point road and letting the tie player into the 6-point field. But my option was but my option was also a win. That is true. We saw that it was indeed a win. So I was afraid that I didn't see somewhere that he could gain more points if he didn't have to merge. So I was afraid that I didn't see somewhere that he could gain more points if he didn't have to merge. Yeah, but like, I mean, the merging was like pretty obvious to do because that's just like 3 extra points, and like that's just a no-brainer move really to do with like 1 or 2 times to go, you know, because it's just 8 points for a move and 8 points on that board is like pretty much the max you can do or score. Well, anyways, we still do have one more match to be streamed on this channel for the week 2, and that will be Poland versus RCP at 1800 UTC. So in about, well, roughly in about an hour. And before that, you may enjoy the company of Lztecih and Alexei Pekushev for the coverage of Italy, Uruguay, that has started an hour ago. Well, almost an hour ago, and Brazil, Spain, which will be starting in about 7 to 8 minutes, covered by both of the aforementioned players slash streamers. That's where we are going to be wrapping up this stream. Once again, congratulations to Thailand for this rather massive win, and commiserations to Ukraine. You fought well, but sometimes well is not good enough. Thank you all for joining, and thank you all for sticking all the way until the end. If you do enjoy this type of Carcassonne content, then there is an easy way to support the channel by subscribing and liking the stream. I will be seeing you shortly, after about an hour or so, with the final match of the week 2 of the group stage, with the Poland RCP facing each other. Bye for now.